Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Perth Sevens. This one, Fiji, who are currently sitting number one in the overall standings. They are going head-to-head with Uruguay. Now, these two sides met in the opening contest for the Fijians of the last Sevens leg. And Fiji won at 70 points to 7. So, who knows? Maybe this one will be just as one-sided, or maybe Uruguay have learned a few tricks. They've had time to develop. In the starting lineup for Fiji, they have got a massive return, and that is Josefa Talatholo alongside Georgie Nasova, Tario Vailawa, Rubeni Kabu, George Balsi, Felipe Satoranga, and also Tirawalangi is in the starting team as well. For the Uruguayans, Ardo is there, Tafanaberi, also Bram Echeveri, Soto Vidal, and also Chanazarov, the last man in the starting team. But we are about to be underway. Looks like both of these sides made a bit of a mistake as they have to now swap sides. They're on the wrong side of the field. If Fiji has the dub in the bag, says Daniel Cox, they certainly should. They come in as the favourites to win this overall competition. Argentina second, New Zealand third in the overall odds. Thanks, bro, says Nasal. No worries at all. It is great to be back for the Sevens. Like I mentioned on the last stream, it's been almost a month and a half since we had the last leg of the Sevens. That's a short kickoff from Uruguay, and Fiji now get the free kick from the halfway line to start this game off. Tosaviti says Nazo and go Fiji, says Robert V. The kick not travelling the 10 metres, the last start that Uruguay would have wanted, so Fiji now have got themselves the quick tap. Run forward from Kabu. One of the more solid individuals out there on the field for Fiji. Looking to the short side now, almost fending off the ref, was Georgie Nasova. He's just got rid of one, trying to run through two, and on the offload, ready for it, was Rubeni Kabu, and Fiji have scored the try within the first minute of the game. They want to start exactly how they did the last time that they played Uruguay and just ramp up the pressure. Finding a great offload. Georgie Nasova showing off his strength there. The fact that he just wouldn't go down. And a great start from Fiji. That one is missed though. So it keeps the score at 5 points to 0. Have you been to Brockville, Dunedin? Maybe. Honestly, I don't really know where it is. But like, I've been in Dunedin a few times. So maybe I've been to... Is Brockville like the region of Dunedin, Levi, or is it like a certain shop or something? I honestly have no idea. And Argentina, says Louis there. Of course, Argentina going to be in action a little bit later on up against Australia. We are going to be covering that one on the channel as well. The man's got strength, says Daniel. Yeah, very strong ball runner. Need over 42.5 points, says Donkey. Well, Fiji should have a very good chance of scoring those points by themselves if they go well here. Now getting ready for this scrum. Tario Vailawa to feed the ball in. Fiji having a majority of the possession already throughout this game. Going to the short side. I think Uruguay, oh, beautiful steal. No, they've said no clear release. Penalty goes against them. A little bit unlucky there for Uruguay. Tario Vailawa now. Going back across to the right-hand side. Now ball on the inside. Nice attack and run forward from George Balsi. Fiji just have an ability of keeping that ball alive. Oh, a little bit of a slip from the Uruguayan defence. That can cause problems. Nice pass, one more. And it will be another try for Tario Vailawa. 2 tries for Fiji within 3 minutes. And vamos, Uruguay, says Louis there. And Lowell says Levi in there as well. Just talking about the ability of the Fijians when it comes to the offloads. There's no way that that ball should have been able to go to Tario Vailawa as cleanly as it did. But that is just the ability that Fiji offer. You just never know what's going to happen when the ball is in hand. And that kick is missed as well, though. So that's probably the one part of Fiji's game currently that they will want to improve on slightly. New Zealand actually missing 2 kicks in their game. In fact, I think New Zealand almost missed 3 kicks. Uruguay getting themselves the penalty. That is for a push from Fiji. What are your thoughts on Wallace Amish being out of the Chiefs for 2025? Says Daniel. So I knew that Wallace Satiti was out, but I don't actually know what the reasoning behind it was, because I saw it was him and Stevenson. Was it that is he going overseas, or is he just out due to injury? I assume it's going overseas somewhere, but yeah, I haven't really done any of my Super Rugby research or anything as of yet. To be honest, I haven't even thought about Super Rugby until I was asked about it before. And going off to the right-hand side, it's the first time since 2023 we've seen Uruguay. Oh, a little bit of an awkward fall there for Georgie Nasova. Now it's going to be the scrum. And Uruguay, like they've said, there's no need to play this one quickly. Just taking a slow approach. There, a girl from my town plays sevens, Amy Lee Murphy. She's pretty good at this type of game. Amy Lee Murphy Crow, I believe it is, yeah. She is, I believe, playing in this competition, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, very talented Irish sevens player. But now, oh, little bit of a juggle there. He's out due to injury and had surgery on his knee last week, says Daniel Cox. So yeah, like, it's unfortunate, but I do think with what he did for the All Blacks last year, like, they'll still pick him once he's fit, just because he's shown that he is a bit of a workhorse. But also, like, that is why I believe anyway, like, the amount of work that he did for the All Blacks probably didn't help his injury situation. It's just one of those ones that, like, as a young guy, you just hope he doesn't have too many more injuries. The season, Fiji have scored 50 tries, 10 more than any other team on the series. It's a stat that has just made its way onto the screen. So, you know, if there was any doubt, which there absolutely was not, for whether Fiji have try-scoring ability still, they certainly do, even with some of the changes that they have had to make. That is a brilliant run forward. Speaking of Fiji and tries, they're going to get another one. And it is directly between the posts. Georgie Nasova, the man who does end up scoring it. But now, it's going to be 15-0 with a kick to come. Should be an easy enough one to make it up to 17-0. Just a really good step. Doesn't lose any acceleration. Doing very well. I would say now Uruguay, they are, I believe, out of this game. It's just more of the question of, can they do any better than they did last time that they played the Fijians, when it was 70 points to 7. So it wouldn't take much to improve. But of course, you still want to be slightly competitive. It's going to be knocked on by Uruguay again. Fiji tapping that ball up. Awkward bouncing one. Kick forward by Uruguay. Tell you what, that's going to be a try for the Uruguayans. Thought there might have been a knock on there, but the ref says play on. And Uruguay say thank you very much. Their first try of the contest. Restart. Yeah, so it slapped out of the hands of the Uruguayan player. So the ref has kind of said that is advantage over. Just a really good bit of play from Uruguay. It's now over to the fat lady singing, Hamish. Says Daniel, and that one has gone away to the left-hand side. And Bien says Louis in there as well. Now, half-time in this contest. Fiji's still got quite a bit of impact off their bench. They've got Filippo Bucchiaro, Ioani Teba, Nadovalo, who's known for scoring last-minute tries if needed. But now, I should mention the next game that we are doing is going to be at about 7 p.m. New Zealand time. That is Argentina versus Australia, where I can watch the match free, says Federico. It does depend on whereabouts you are in the world. It does mean you've got different options. So I would recommend going on the World Rugby 7 website. And from there, you'll be able to see your best options depending on where you are, because that is a heavy factor. Whereabouts in the world are you trying to watch from, Federico? and I'll try my best to let you know. Seeing as we are at halftime currently. But there we go, where to watch. So yeah, it's got all the different options depending on whereabouts you are in the world. Second half, probably only about a minute away from taking place. Come on, Uruguay, you can do it, says Sam. Yeah, if they want to win this game, they have to get off to a great start in the second half. That is the big thing. I guess the Flying Fijians, says Ruslan Lee. Currently 9 minutes 30 away from the women's Pool B game kicking off between Canada and Great Britain. Can I ask how we can support your channel, says Dennis? So the channel does have like donations enabled, which is a little $ that you've got in the chat as an option. Another way, I mean, just liking and subscribing to the channel is always much appreciated. Both of those options are completely free. And then there's also the channel membership, which gives you those emojis that you see every once in a while in the chat as well. Now going off to the left-hand side. Chance on the halfway line for Uruguay. Good start to the second half, having possession in hand. Now Ado trying to find his way through. Great offload. Nazarov does hit it up. Now another nice step here for Echeverri. They're close, but they just can't quite find that gap. I'm on with another 21 points. Now a nice little cross kick from Adeo, and that's going to work out nicely. Uruguay kicking the ball forward, passing it off. That is fantastic work from Uruguay, and they will score another try here. And it is Anasio Faciolo, man who made his way off the bench, back-to-back for the Fijians. Oh, sorry, for Uruguay, I should say, conceding back-to-back for Fiji. Just using some brilliant footwork. Keeping their hopes alive as well of being within that top three or at least close to it. Kick has gone over to, and that makes the score now 17 points to 12. But Uruguay need more position here. It looks like they've actually taken a bit of a cut as well. Louis with the happy face in the chat. It's been a great start to the second half for this Uruguayan team. But they need to continue backing it up here. Playing a little bit of Bon Jovi by the sounds of it at this ground. Now, we are ready to go for more of the second half. They're just showing there about the stats of how this Fijian side bet them last time. It's quite a difference in the scoreline, but now the injury has been dealt with and we are back underway with 5 minutes left on the clock. Currently nicely taken by Fiji. Get the ball for the first time almost throughout this whole second half. A nice attack and run forward. Trying to find that gap. George Balsi throws a little bit of a risky offload. It does work out for Fiji. And Happy New Year, bro. Long time no see. Says Ion in there. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing extremely well. It was almost a knock-on from Fiji. I thought they actually managed to regather that one for Tirawalangi. But it's once again going to be a scrum. This time Uruguay's ball. Looks like a sub is about to be made as well. This game's just a little bit closer than I think a lot of people would have anticipated. Definitely after that last time that they played, how it was 70 points to 7. We're a long way away from that just for now. Fiji, they are first in line breaks per game with an average of 3.9. And also carries per line, they've got 5.9, also number 1 in that stat. But now, Uruguay with the possession yet again. Beautiful sell of the dummy. And it's another try for Uruguay. They have decided to really come out firing. Juan Tafanaberi scores it in the second half. And this is 3 in a row now for Uruguay. They have just had much more possession and have made the most of it. Ioane Teba, poor defense, just allows them to go straight through. If they were to win this game, Uruguay, it would have to be right up there with upset of the whole competition, and we're only in match number 2. They are just not giving up here, Uruguay. They're just saying it once again that they were down by 70 the last time that they did face the Fijians. That was a month ago. And now they are in the lead, 19 points to 17. Now nicely taken by George Balsi. You just have to be a little bit sensible here. They've got 3 minutes remaining, and they keep on making little errors that allow Uruguay to get back into this game. Once again, knock on. And now Uruguay have got possession yet again. Looking to step their way through. Big smashing tackle, but great offload. Puts them 22 metres out from the line. George Balsi almost on the ball. Can't get the turnover. Now passing out wide here. Good step in. Offloads, another knock on. That could be counted as deliberate from Fiji. They'll be a little bit lucky there, but again, Fiji just mistake after mistake after mistake in the last 2 minutes. In fact, in the last 5 minutes, they have been fully struggling. Just showing that knock on yet again from Fiji, who have to keep themselves, like I said, they have to stay calm here, or else they could end up conceding again to Uruguay, find themselves down by a bigger than 1 try margin. With only 1 minute remaining, this is where Uruguay need to fully cement it. Like I've just said, it would be one of the biggest upsets in the history of Sevens. I don't even know what the odds were sitting at the start of this game, but if Kenya were $5 underdogs, oh, missed tackle from Fiji, and it's another try for Uruguay. And they will be through. This kick is important. Of course, in this format of the Sevens, if this kick misses and Fiji score a converted try, we go to golden point time, and that would be heartbreaking for Uruguay to get so close. But of course, Fiji still need to score a try to be able to do so. But that is now 4 tries. I think at the moment, for your bet donkey propose, you're actually going to have Uruguay help you get there rather than the Fijians. But the kick has missed. Here we go. 40 seconds remaining. Fiji need a converted try, and Uruguay have been all over them in the second half. Nicely taken by Nadovalo. Now going off to the right-hand side. Rough pass, but Fiji managing to regather. Oh, it's another knock on. Their passing has been atrocious in this game, Fiji. Now Uruguay just hoping to hang on to possession. They've got the scrum. 10 seconds remaining. All Uruguay have to do is get this ball into the scrum, get it out, and they will win this game. And that is one of the biggest upsets that we will see in a long time for the Seven Circuit. How have they done this, Uruguay? They just trapped Fiji in their own half as well. All throughout this half, Fiji have struggled to exit, but that is also down to absolutely terrible passing. I'm talking about professional rugby players, but none of them caught the ball at all efficiently, kicking it into touch with the football boot of all of them. And Uruguay win this game 24 points to 17. They've just said it on the commentary, probably the biggest upset in Sevens series history. To be down by the margin that they were, to be down by 17, to then go back to win at 24 points to 7. See, I can't even imagine what odds they were paying. They were probably $101 underdogs at halftime. What on Uruguay says Ruslan Lee, and Uruguay says Federico, but that certainly throws a curveball in this group. Thank you, bro, says Nasal. So the next game Fiji have got is up against Kenya, and that is a must-win now for this Fijian side. And muy bien. Uruguay there from Louis and there as well. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Our next live stream will be in about 2 hours, 15 minutes. And that is the matchup between Australia and Argentina. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next one.